Chequamegon, it's like a 2-hour-long short track cross-country race. Big pack racing, super aggressive, always battling for position.
We are in Chequamegon, Wisconsin. This is the 42nd edition Chequamegon Fat Tire Festival. This is going to be one fast mountain bike race in front of us today.
You know, you can try and put a lot into Chequamegon, but like, we're all fit riders, but then you throw something like this in, it's really exciting. It's really like interesting to see how different riders are gonna like fare in this kind of race.
I don't know exactly what to expect. I've been traveling a lot. I hope I brought my legs with me from China.
The thing to keep an eye on this course is pinch points, and of course there's the fire tower climb. I mean, you really got to keep your head up and you really got to be good at riding in the pack well.
We go from racing at super high elevation at Leadville, and then a month later we have to tune our engines to sea level race, really short and punchy, completely different race demands. A lot more short sprint workouts, just trying to get some high-end power.
I think Chequamegon is one of the hardest races in the Grand Prix to win. You get one shot, and you gotta back yourself and believe in yourself. And so every time you see someone win here, if it's not in the sprint, they completely backed themselves on some random little climb and held on for dear life. Since a couple years ago, we start straight up a hill, which just makes everybody wonder what's coming.
There's a lot of energy. It's the one race where we take off full gas from the start. And I love starts like that where no one's talking. We're just like locked in and ready to go.
Just make sure you clip in and start pedaling, and then kind of fight for position as you get over the first climb.
2, 1.
Yeah, the start of Chequamegon was less than perfect. Missed my pedal 3 times, but that's how racing goes.
They are humming up this hill, making it look absolutely easy.
Cam Jones actually went out front off the start. He was obviously willing to go to that level, and then there's like the rest of us who are willing to go to like, you know, what felt kind of reasonable.
It was kind of a cat and mouse game for the first 15 minutes, and once you settle in, I think that's when the true racing starts, because before that it's a lot of just mental stress.
The race was really just on from the beginning to the end. It was just kind of people trying to make their moves, others chasing it down.
Then I think a lot of people kind of looked to Matt and to Keegan to kind of get the race back under control, which I think is frustrating for them. I guess for me, I was just kind of like trying to ride good position.
Chequamegon is like a big washing machine. You know, it's constantly riders moving up on the side and drifting back. There, you know, we have a really wide grass field, but the reality is one racing line. You constantly have to be moving forward, otherwise you're moving backwards. And I think there's something that comes from the road that helps me with that.
And it's all a chess match. And the winner is always right at this race, and it changes every year.
It's the long season in the Life Time Grand Prix, and this is a very challenging event. Chequamegon is no test of anything but skills, power, determination. So we have 16 in that lead group at this point. Still sizable, but that was the early animation from Simone, from Keegan, from Matt Beers.
Yeah, we kind of stayed together. There was some surging, like I say, everyone can kind of hang on for that, you know, grit their teeth and hang on for 10 or 20 seconds and make it over the crest of the climb, and then it sort of like sits up again. And
Fire Tower is always like a big selective point on this course. It's kind of the only steep climb.
The fight into Fire Tower, I feel like, is kind of changing a little bit. Every year it definitely is hard, but we used to kind of see that as a big split in the race. I think everyone's just strong now. The depth in the Grand Prix is growing a lot.
Come on, you got this. Let's go.
It's solidified our lead group of 15 or 20 riders, but nobody broke away. We all kind of stayed together.
I think from Fire Tower on toward the finish, you kind of get on the dirt road for a second, and then you kind of get back off onto what we call 7 sisters, 7 big climbs. You kind of roll over this grass field, and Keegan was hitting it pretty hard.
I was really hoping that we would kind of break into a smaller group on those rollers, but since the speed's so high, the draft is so good, and so many people came into the end, I was thinking, oh, this is not the plan.
Probably 7-ish miles to go, I started kind of feeling people out. I attacked on one roller, and Matt and Cayenne came with me, but they wouldn't really commit. Did it again. Both same guys came with me again, and then I saw Matt chasing, and I was like, okay, well, like this, you guys still aren't committing, and kind of held back for a second, and then 4 miles to go, just on one of the last big steep rollers, I just came over the top of a couple guys, and I was like, well, now's the time to commit. Looked back once, had a gap, and I was like, probably 10 to 12 minutes from the finish line here, and I know what I can do, and so I just kind of hit it as hard as I could, focused on speed. At that point, there's no reason to look back. The race is coming behind you. I knew exactly what I had to do. The question's always just, how fast is the group and what are they going to do working together?
Yeah, so I went in these last rollers in the different finish. There was a young guy out in between Alexi and the group. I went across to him from the group, and then he and I knew that was second place in the Grand Prix, so I was willing to just bury it and stay out in front of the group. And yeah, I just thought, everyone was kind of looking to Matt and Keegan, and I was just like, I'm gonna just go around them and try. It's time to try something, I think.
I think that was maybe where we made the mistake, was just letting those moves go, and then hesitating, and the group swelled up, and then it came down to just this massive group for the final sprint.
Here we go, give some room, ladies and gentlemen, here we go down to the final stretch, right there off the front, Alexi Vermeulen, year 2025, Chequamegon champion, the Michigan boy makes it stick, what?
A dust storm of adrenaline and excitement. What a finish!
It was pretty great. I was probably the most smoked I've been at a Chequamegon win. Couldn't even get 2 hands off the bars, afraid I was going to crash. But yeah, the feeling of winning solo is something that it's really hard to describe. There's that one moment right before the finish line where you feel it.
You did it, buddy. I hated the last 1.8 miles.
It's just so emotional, right? You've backed yourself. It's very, very quick in that, that 1 second you have to yourself before you cross.
I'm stoked. I was in a bit of a hole after Leadville, just mentally. So to come back and consolidate, which is what I wanted to do at Leadville. I'm not sure where I'll end up once we drop Leadville, but yeah, Little Sugar will be a fun race.
It's really cool to come to the Northwoods here in Wisconsin. This is a really warm welcome to fall.
I think one of the things I love about the race is all the camaraderie that comes out between the guys. There's a lot of stress around a lot of races, but this is one that I think people, for the most part, are excited to race together, and I really enjoy it.